I'm about to fly to Munich in the morning. It's so cute! I'm joined by my wonderful friend Lisa.
Nice to meet you, vlog. Yeah. I just want to take some.
Look at all of the different type of British sports available. Now this is very cool. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm not in my normal filming location, and that's because I'm currently at a Premier Inn by Heathrow Airport because I'm about to fly to Munich in the morning. I'm super excited. I've had a day of work, finished slightly early, and then got all of my things together, had a little bit of an early finish so I could get organised, double check I had everything. I wanted to make sure that I was not stressed at all because I am flying solo. I am flying out to meet a friend who lives in Germany. We actually met when she was on her year abroad in the UK. She studies English and she is German. We lived in a house share together in Cambridge and we stayed friends. We lived together through the pandemic and got separated when I chose to return home because of all the lockdown restrictions and I wanted to be with my family. But finally, after, oh my goodness, how long is it now? 2 years of not seeing each other, I think? Something like that. We are finally going to be reunited in Munich for a little girls' holiday together and I cannot wait. We have a fun-filled 4-day trip planned to do all of the touristy sites in Munich from is it Neuschwanstein, the English Gardens, we're going to do the Old Town, all of the sites, Schloss Nymphenburg, I think. So we've got a very full itinerary, but I've decided to come to the Premier Inn the day before because my flight is at 7 AM. We start boarding from 6:20, which meant I would have to be at the airport for around 4 AM, and I'm a very stressy person, you guys know. I'm super organised, so I just wanted to make sure I was here on time, no missing my flights. As I said, flying solo to get there and meet her out there, so haven't got my mum or dad to hold my passport and my boarding pass and make sure I've got everything, and I'm kind of, yeah, looking after myself, which is scary, but being an adult, that's what you gotta do. I'm 23. It's not my first time flying solo, I must admit, but I'm, yeah, just feeling like I want to be on the ball, want to make sure I've got everything, trying to leave no room for error and just take things slowly and try not to be stressed before I board. So decided to book into the hotel and then, yeah, get to the airport for 4 AM tomorrow. I'm going to be very tired, but we wanted to make the most of it, so I'm arriving early. I think my plane lands at 10 AM in Munich tomorrow, and then 4 full days, and then I think my plane lands back in the UK at 10 PM UK time on Tuesday. So that is the plan, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me, so I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. And yeah, I guess I'm going to have my dinner now and relax for the rest of the evening. Might hop in the bath as well. Excuse the strange purple lighting, it's very atmospheric, but I didn't want the big lights on because I'm trying to wind down and get sleepy so I can try and maximise the amount of hours of sleep I get before I wake up at around 3. But I just wanted to say, they had this really cool check-in system that I've never seen before, where it's basically sort of contactless. I didn't have to go to a desk and register all my details. I just had to go up to a screen, type in my booking reference. I then got my plastic key card, held it to the machine, it registered which room number I was, printed out this little slip with my room number, and then like the card was automatically set up to let me into my room. I've never seen that before. It's the small things that kind of blow my mind, but yeah, I found that really impressive. Have you guys seen that before? Let me know in the comments below, or you know, maybe it's just a fancy London airport thing. We don't have things like that in Newcastle. Good morning everybody, it is just past 3 a.m. I am up and ready to go out and catch my flight from Heathrow. I am super excited. I managed to get 4.5 hours sleep, I think. I think I fell asleep around 10:30, which I didn't even expect to sleep at all because I was so nervous about sleeping in and missing my flight, which is just absurd because that's very out of character for me. And as usual, I woke up at 10 to 3, even though my alarm was set for 3:15. So on it, as ever, my internal body clock was like, get up, do not miss this flight. I'm feeling quite awake and lively. I imagine that will end as soon as I land in Munich and the tiredness hits, but for now I'm on that little adrenaline rush of I'm going on holiday, I'm so excited. I'm gonna pack up the last of my bits and bobs and then I'm gonna head out and catch the bus to the airport. No, that's so cute. I have made it. I landed in Munich. It was so easy to get here. Literally, the plane touched down at something like 10:15. I was straight off the plane, straight through security. I then found the train super easily, hopped on that. It was only 40 minutes, straight into the city centre, and you know, no bother whatsoever. And I'm joined by my wonderful friend Talisa.
Nice to meet you, vlog.
Yeah, it's so nice to have you on the channel.
Yeah, and
it's
I'm so
nice
glad
to
that
see
you're
you
in
again.
München.
Yeah, it's so nice. We met when you were in Cambridge on your
Yes.
year abroad, and it's been about 2 years since we've seen each other, I think.
I think so.
2 years?
Way too long.
Way too long. And we are doing our first ever girls' holiday together in Munich.
So exciting.
We both had to travel quite far to get here. I mean,
Yeah.
me a little bit further, coming from the UK.
I think
but
we look quite tired.
yeah,
don't we?
yeah, we've both been up very, very early because you're not
Yeah.
normally from like the south of Germany.
No.
You're from a bit further up north. So we
I'm
both
very
had
foreign to
long
Munich.
journeys. Yeah, yeah. Lots of strange accents for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you
don't
understand more than I
understand
can, but
Yeah.
it's a very strange accent.
I think
for
we'll
you.
manage.
Yeah. But we are just getting freshened up. I'll leave you to keep getting freshened
Yeah.
up, don't worry. We are just getting fresh because, yeah, we both have very, very long journeys, long plane, long train. Checked into the hostel and then we're gonna go and get some food from, is it called Viktualienmarkt? Viktualienmarkt. And get some traditional German food. That's what I'm looking for. I want lots of bread while I'm here. Bread, I mean, I was gonna say Bratwurst, but that's not very vegetarian of me. But I'm sure we'll find something.
Yeah.
Lots of cheese, Käse.
Käse, yeah.
And I'm really trying to practice my German as much as I can, but I can't say I'm gonna be that good. But I'm gonna try and pick up some interesting phrases while I'm here. So we'll see how that goes.
Just exploring.
Yeah, just exploring. I like it. Amazing.
Are you hungry?
Yeah. We are currently in a German supermarket and just look at all of the different type of British boards available. I am so tempted by the coconut and the cranberry one. That looks super good. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Peanut caramel. And what's this one? Almond?
Almond caramel.
Oh, that sounds so good. So we've just spent ages in a supermarket called Edeka, which is a German supermarket, and I was just so in awe of the chocolate and alcohol sections. Like, the Germans know how to do it. There was so much Milka, Lindt, Haribos. The alcohol was super cheap. Like, it kind of blew my mind. Ended up spending way too much money on chocolate. and that marks the end of our first day. I did forget to close out this vlog, so as you can see I am chatting to you now as I'm editing. I've realised it would make a lot more sense to sum it up than to move straight to the next vlog, but we kind of just enjoyed the whole day exploring, wandering around, wandering aimlessly, not really knowing where we were heading, and accidentally bumping into things that we'd planned to see, which was really nice. Just enjoyed each other's company a lot without doing the whole running around rushing to get to touristy spots, and I think that was the best way to do it, just exploring the city, trying to work out our way, getting a good sense of the geography of it all. But we had the best first day ever. We crammed in so much, but it didn't feel rushed. We saw so many sights, all of the famous ones like the Theatiner Kirche, I think, the Frauenkirche, Marienplatz, Odeonsplatz, like all of the main squares, Neues Rathaus, Altes Rathaus, like the old town hall and the new town hall, just lots of historic buildings. I love Gothic architecture, so I was in my element. I fully loved it. And then after an extremely long day of sightseeing, we popped back, freshened up, and headed out to the Hofbräuhaus, which is the beer hall there are lots of beer halls in Munich and across Germany, but this was a really traditional Bavarian beer hall, so they were playing traditional music. The men were dressed in lederhosen and women in dirndl, which is like the traditional dress, and there was just lots of jolly music. It was very upbeat. Everyone was chatting to everyone. I've never been in such a friendly environment. I genuinely think this is one of my favourite life memories to date. Talisa and I talked to so many strangers, made so many friends, because everyone was just super friendly. Like, we got invited over to a table by a bunch of dads from Dortmund who said they had spare seats, so it was very busy, so they kind of squeezed along to let us sit with them. They were sat with a couple of guys who were our age, and we thought that they knew each other, but they didn't. They were just Borussia Dortmund fans, were there for the football, so they were chatting to us and making sure to involve me. I was trying to chat in German as much as I could, and we were mixing between English and German, and they were just so accommodating and making sure that I understood what everyone was saying and was involved in the conversation. There was a big group of Italian biker looking men that came in with like leather jackets and tattoos, and they were chanting Italian songs, which was really fun and wholesome. Like, literally everybody was chatting and singing, regardless of like the cultural differences, the language barriers. Everyone was getting along, so it was just a really lovely way and a very traditional Bavarian way to end our first day. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and if you want to see more of what Talisa and I got up to, stay tuned for our next vlog in Munich, and I hope to see you there.